So, no surprise, but Trump is saying more authoritarian, reactionary things, this time at his campaign rally event in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which, if you've seen any of the photos or videos floating around online, the attendance was subpar at best. I guess a lot of the K-pop fans, if that's what they're called, and some other people basically claimed hundreds of tickets apiece, but they didn't end up showing up. So that was probably part of it. Or, I mean, some of his maybe more intelligent supporters just didn't go because no social distancing, no mask requirements. We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, but who knows? So this is a video of him claiming that people who burn the American flag, which it's not the American flag, the flag of the United States, should be punished with a year in jail. So much for freedom of expression, huh? Trump going further down the road of fascism and authoritarianism, and it's gross. I honestly don't know why or how anybody can be defending him at this point with all the horrible and ridiculous authoritarian, fascist, racist, transphobic, classist things he has said and done, xenophobic as well. Oops. I guess having the volume on would probably be helpful. Here we go.
Days ago, leftist radicals in Portland, Oregon ripped down a statue of George Washington.
Washington's trash, bud. He was a slave owner. His shit should have been torn down, okay? And the excuse, well, a lot of other people had slaves at the time, but he also did good things, who probably doesn't give a shit about that response. The 4 fucking million African Americans that were enslaved in the United States at that time, okay? Or at least that amount who died on the way over here, for fuck's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. All the statues of all the slave owners, colonizers, shitty people in general should be taken down. Let's replace the statue of George Washington. Maybe Harriet Tubman, Angela Davis, Eugene V. Debs, Fred Hampton, Asada Shakur. There's a long list of John Brown, the abolitionist. Frederick Douglass. There's a long list of people in the history of the United States who have really awesome revolutionary values, who fought for social justice, who fought against the status quo, often at great risk to their personal health or livelihood or whatever it was. Not people who participated in owning and the enslavement of people in this just brutal, repressive, disgusting, immoral act. Yeah, tear that fucking shit down.
In an American flag and set the American flag on fire.
It's a fucking flag, you doofus. He's more concerned about this than he is about police killing unarmed black and brown people, or the police brutalizing peaceful protesters, or the police brutalizing the protesters so he could have that stupid, ridiculous photo op in front of that church. Didn't even notify the church. They were disgusted at it and holding up the Bible upside down. That's fucking Trump. He's this complete idiot, racist doofus.
Democrat. All Democrat.
Democrat.
Everything I tell you is Democrat. And we ought to do something, Mr. Senators. We have two great senators. We ought to come up with legislation that if you burn the American flag, you go to jail for 1 year.
So much for freedom of expression. It's a fucking flag, dude. It's a fucking flag. Get over it. Jesus Christ. There's a reason people are burning it, because the flag represents absolutely nothing. The United States is a failed state. I mean, just look at how, on a federal level, on a state level, that we've handled this fucking pandemic. We're basically acting like it's over. I mean, at his own fucking campaign rally, for fuck's sake. No social distancing, no mask. He's not wearing one. I mean, I guess it's just that video, but I mean, just really not surprising that Trump is saying people who burn the American flag should be jailed for a year. Completely unconstitutional what he's calling for. Freedom of expression. It's your flag. You can burn that shit if you want. It's a fucking flag. It's a flag. It's a flag. It's a flag. It's an inanimate object. Trump, you big racist authoritarian dummy. Jesus Christ. Again, unless you, I mean, these MAGA heads who are still drinking the Trump Kool-Aid. I don't know, maybe it's laced with some of that hydroxychloroquine or something, but Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, come on. And you see them wearing their MAGA shirts and hats, and none of that shit was actually made in the United States, which is just funny. But again, not surprising that Trump is calling for this, but still deeply, deeply disturbing, but completely on point with his authoritarian, reactionary mindset. Peace. Much love.